Hey guys, Gabe Farias here on the campus of South San High School following a very emotional and huge upset win over Southwest Legacy here with the South San Bobcats. Here to make a very special presentation, Raul Rodriguez.
Coach, I know it was a tough week, but the effort you and your team put in that win really showed what y'all can do when you're faced with adversity. The memory of that win will last forever. It meant a lot to the community. Congratulations, you're this week's Team of the Week.
Yeah.
And a very good evening and welcome live to Legacy Stadium on the campus of Southwest Legacy High School for tonight's District 14 5A Division I showdown between the Titans and South San High School in a game that carries playoff implications. Now to the story that will dominate tonight's game, and that is the tragic loss of South San defensive coordinator Dante Montoya, who died as a result of a car accident last weekend. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Montoya family and all of Bobcat Nation tonight.
Going into the Legacy Week, with the tragedy that our team faced and our community, our campus, it was kind of gloomy mornings for us in practice. But our kids are they persevered through the tough time. Kids are resilient, and I think our South San kids showed some resiliency Friday night, being able to upset Southwest Legacy. And I know people call it an upset, but we knew we were going to be able to compete with Legacy if we put our best foot forward.
Coming up to this challenging game, we knew it wasn't going to be easy, but Lord blessed us with this win, give us strength, all that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think the kids had something to play for bigger than themselves and bigger than the game.
So they'll run right, and that's the new kid on the block who has the speed, and he crashes into the end zone for the touchdown. Derek Sanchez, who's been the star of the second half as far as...
defense, Coach Montoya was our defense coach, and they knew that they had to play hard for him this game. And they played hard all 4 quarters. They played hard, stopped the run game, and kept offense in the game so we can go in and score.
Coach Montoya meant a bunch to the South San community, to the coaching staff, to the campus. Even kids that didn't play sports or play football, suffered through this loss, and I think our kids went out and wanted to play for Coach Montoya, Friday night, and in his memory, in his honor.
There's a lot of love for all the coaching staff. Most definitely Coach Montoya. We keep him in our hearts no matter what throughout this whole season, and he stays in our hearts.
There's some coaches that are afraid or will shy away from hiring really good coaches on their staff, whether they're intimidated or whether they don't want to take a back seat, or whether that coach is maybe a better coach than them. And when I met Coach Montoya and sat in the interview process, I knew how good of a coach he was. And people ask, what's the definition of a leader? And for me, that's somebody that makes everybody around them better. And that's exactly what he was for me, for my coaching staff, and for the kids. So I didn't shy away from hiring the knowledge that he brought to the South San football team, to the coaching staff, and that's what he was, And I brag on how he was such a great man. He's a great husband, a great father, great coach, and that's how he lived his life, and that's how he coached. He wanted our kids to be great, and he wanted greatness from everybody that he was around. So that's kind of the legacy that he left here, and then with me personally, he was my best friend. He was my guy, and it's been hard, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna continue to persevere, and he was a good guy.
Congratulations to the South San Bobcats. You are this week's Raul B. Rodriguez Law Team of the Week. Remember, starting this Sunday, go to RaulIsReal.com to vote for who you think is Team of the Week.